allegiance, like we always do. Pray. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Just do a quick roll call, just to make it official. Ken Jones, I am here. Gary Farmer is not, medical reasons. Rod Boyette, present. Good, Rod. Dr. Dave Dolman is out for medical reasons as well. And Sharon Lott is here. Then Kevin, good to see you. And also Rachel. Always.
Hello.
We have the agenda outlined here. Is there any changes we want to make on this agenda before?
No, that was good.
We made a modification right there.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
the only suggestion I would make is that if you have anything that needs voting, move it to the top.
We get that already. Yeah. It's on the agenda. Yeah.
Don't approve the agenda if we just allow the chairman to exercise accordingly,
Yeah.
and you can do that.
Yeah. We made adjustments on the priority things. So I'm just going to call for the approval of the agenda as stated. All in favor of approval of agenda? Oh, you need a motion to approve the agenda first. So moved in second.
Second.
Any questions or comments before we call for the vote? All in favor of the agenda, say aye. Say or similar sign.
Aye.
All right. Next on our agenda is minutes of the last meeting. I think they were sent out, right?
Yes.
Well, they're attached. Pardon?
I reviewed the minutes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is the interpreter. I can't hear you guys.
I'm
Am I
sorry.
speaking up just a little bit? I'm sorry.
I got you.
I'm so sorry. Thank you.
You're doing your job, please. You have the minutes in front of you. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda? I mean, the minutes. Have been reviewed by legal counsel and agree that they are proper. Just need a motion to approve.
I make a motion to accept the minutes.
Second.
I second. Sharon.
All in favor of approval of the minutes? Aye. Same side. Thank you. We're going to move into new business. We'll get through these as quickly as we can. Item 1 is the first and second reading of policy. I'll ask Cheryl to present those.
Yes, so we are asking that for this policy, for policy development, would basically waive the right for the second reading so that we can move forward with the development of our policies with a actual policy.
So, Mr. Chair, you'll need two motions. One would be to waive a second reading, and then a motion to approve the policy.
Okay, so,
I have a question as well.
Kevin.
So just a question for point of clarification. This has already been reviewed by our committee, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Rob.
Mr. Chairman, move to waive the second reading on policy regarding 5027, 7275.
This is Kevin, a second.
Okay, move in second.
Hold on one second. The one that we're moving to waive the reading on is policy 2410.
Yes.
Right, Cheryl?
So the motion on the floor is to waive the movement of second reading on policy. It's been motioned. I need a second.
That's what I second.
Okay, you got a second. And then all in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carried.
So now you need a motion to approve 2410.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
And the policy is actually in your folder, and it outlines the process that we would go through to propose a policy. And it outlines the first read and the second read, and it goes through the process that we've been using, but we needed to make it all official with the policy. And then it gives us the right for emergency circumstances such as this, when we want to pass a bill quickly because of either legislation or because we need this policy to be able to move forward. And so we can waive the right for the second reading through that process.
Motion. Need a motion to approve. Yeah,
So
so moved by Wyatt, second by Kevin.
Kevin,
Any further questions on this? All in favor, say aye, or similar sign. Motion carried.
Mr. Chair, if I might make a suggestion on the next set of policies for time's sake, Ms. Iannucci could go through for the board each of the policies, and then you could accept a motion to remove them, a motion to approve them all in one motion.
Okay, that would be fine.
So these policies have already gone through the first reading, as well as the committee. And it's policy 5027/7275, and that's the weapons and explosive prohibited. Policy 4318, use of wireless communication devices. Policy 3061, remote learning. Policy 7510, leave and accrual and use. And policy 3400, which is evaluation of student progress. We did do the first reading. Were there any questions or concerns about any of those policies? We would move then to accept all the policies.
So we want, motion is to accept the policies, just.
this is Kevin. I'm a move that we accept all policies
It's been moved by,
as proposed.
it's been moved by Kevin to accept these policies. Need a second? Thank you. Second by Rob. Any further comments or questions?
None.
None. All in favor? Similar sign. Motion carried. Thank you.
Next, we have Ryan Strickland from Muter Construction, and Muter is serving as our CPC. So Ryan's going to give an update on our capital projects.
Thank you for having me. So we have 4 active projects going on. We have one that we approval for to move forward on. So I've given an update on the 4 active ones. The ILC roof replacement is now complete. We're going to sign the state construction files, acceptance on Friday. The Massey Auditorium renovation, which is right across the hall. We have some minor HVAC work and some chair upgrades to make that were installed correctly. So that should be done here in the next month or so. The major projects, the campus R&R project, is a little behind. We have some roofing work to be done. Cheryl's given us some stop dates, or we have to be done with roofing work. We're working with the contractor. So that should all be completed hopefully by the end of this month. Then we have a set schedule. So that's probably the biggest one that's taking place. It's going to impact this campus: the Vestal Hall roof replacement, the kitchen.
It's
Vestal also. Okay.
It's just phase 3.
Phase 3 of Vestal. So those are the big projects. The biggest exciting thing is we were hoping for more money, but the state budget office did allow us $600,000 to upgrade some bathrooms. The funding should be here end of the month, and we've gone ahead and advertised with state construction that project for us. I'll be back here in a month or so.
This is the bathrooms we talked about before.
Yeah, so it's the McAdams dormitory bathrooms. The showers are in pretty bad shape,
Yep.
as well as the actual bathroom itself.
They allocated $600,000 for that project, and we have some old money we're gonna move to that project to kind of make sure we have enough funding. And the final thing is the last capital project, I think it was from 2024, was the massive building roof replacement, the upper roof. We advertised for a design build contractor through State Construction, and we chose Curtis Construction and Engineering. So we need approval to build that.
We have an estimate of the cost.
So the budget is 1.1 million through design build. They work with us to keep it in that budget. I do expect it to be much less than that. So we're gonna go back to the same.
We're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah. It's always, but
I understand.
yeah, but I think I feel very comfortable we have enough money to replace that roof.
So on that project, we need a motion to move that,
Approved.
approve that project.
We have our first construction.
Okay, so we haven't, with Curtis Construction. All right. So we have a motion on the floor to approve the $1.1 million for project Curtis Construction. Is that correct? We need a motion to approve
I
that.
make the motion.
Okay, Kevin made a motion on it. Need a second?
This is Sharon, I second.
Any further questions or details on that? All in favor? Like sign? Okay, thank you. Motion carried. Thank you. And thank you for showing up to talk about it.
Thank you. Enjoy your play. So his daughter has a play today for Christmas. So.
Make that play. Okay, where are we at?
Celebrations.
You are?
Yes.
Do you,
MOU.
MOU
You want
with DOA?
MOU?
I can just give a quick update. We're still in conversations with DOA. Cheryl and I have been on some phone calls and we've arranged some phone calls that haven't worked out with DOA, but just trying to dig in a little bit on some things like the administrative fee and make sure we understand what that's paying for, whether there are pieces of that we can expect to absorb in our personnel over time so that we won't be paying that fee repeatedly. So we're still negotiating those things with DOA.
And thank you for handling that.
Sure, happy to do it.
So we move forward to our celebrations.
Yes. So I am very pleased to announce that yesterday we accepted our 45th student. So
Say-
when we
say that again.
return, 45
That's
students.
what I thought you said. Fantastic.
And we will start back on January 6th with those 45 students. Currently, we are at 41. So we actually have another admissions meeting tomorrow, and things look pretty good for them to meet the eligibility criteria, but we have to wait and review everything and finalize it tomorrow. So there's a possibility that we could start January 6th with 46 students.
Terrific.
Good. Okay, and then next, yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sorry, Ron.
if we could, just for the record, make a note in the minutes of how significant this moment is. All of us have been trying to encourage this and make it happen, and now we're at 46. We can see 50.
All right.
That's important, very important. So thank you, ma'am, very much.
Thank you. Well,
I
that is
agree with that, Ron.
important.
Thank you.
And then I am very pleased to announce that this is an exciting, almost as exciting. We have one of our own that is going to present at the NSED Connect Symposium, and that is Mandy. She put together a presentation and a training on effective AI prompts while keeping student data at the forefront. And she will be presenting that in February to a group of educators. So we're excited about that. She's actually going to deliver it to our staff here when we return in January. So we're excited for her.
INSET is.
What's that stand for? Eastern North
It's
Carolina
North Carolina,
I should.
Education.
yeah, it's basically, it's all the digital leaders.
Digital.
in North Carolina, digital leaders and educators.
Oh, really? Okay, okay, gotcha.
And then we actually, Brianna Brandon, she presented me with a proposal for ENCSD to host the EIPA, which is the interpreting test. And we actually had our first interpreter do that test. And actually, she was one of our very own. So in the past, they have had to travel all the way to Texas or to Georgia. So we are the only location on the eastern part of North Carolina that offers this test. And you can only test one person at a time. So to be able to offer that and to have additional interpreters in the area that are available is just a wonderful opportunity. So I definitely jumped on it when she presented the idea, and so that has already taken place. And we have a couple more scheduled this weekend. So hopefully we'll have some more interpreters in the area. And then our fall festival was a huge success. The students really enjoyed that. We kind of had two back-to-back with the planning and the year involved. And we had a couple of staff members that are heavily involved in the fall festival because we usually do the Halloween celebration and the fall festival at the same time. And this year we had to separate it a little bit just to allow people a little more time to do some of the work that's involved in those two events. So then I am excited about this as well. So ECU was awarded the North Carolina Collaboratory funding to partner with us for a research project. And they also have made a commitment to help us and partner with us in other areas. So, you know, we talked about internships for not only teaching, but also for possibly our business office and, you know, graphic design and communication and, you know, just there's a lot of potential there. So we will certainly look forward to starting with them in January and kind of ironing out exactly what that's going to look like.
Fantastic.
Yes. And that's all for celebrations.
Okay. Is that considered the superintendent's report?
I just have a short one today. December is a very quick month, so we actually, from our academic principals corner, they have established a data room where they are reviewing the data from our assessments, both formal and informal, together to see where the students are in terms of their reading levels and math abilities and science, and then looking at strategies to develop to move those students and grow those students academically. We've also, as you know, we got the American Reading Company curriculum, and we've had one full day of professional development for all of our English teachers, plus a couple other teachers that will help out in that area. And that was from kindergarten through 12th grade that received that training. They will come back in January and do some observations of our teachers actually implementing that curriculum, and then meeting with them and debriefing and kind of giving them some feedback on how to improve that instruction or how to continue with that instruction. We also have two UNCG student teachers who are majoring in DHH, and they will actually be here for their student teaching for this next semester coming up. And they will be living in McAdams. We have two rooms, one on each side of one area that's not being used. So like the girls' side downstairs, we have two restrooms on both sides of the hall that have a private bath. And so they will be staying there during that time, but there are no students in that wing at all. So they'll be separate from our students.
And they start in January?
In January, yes. So they'll be moving in like that Sunday before we start. Our teachers come back on the 5th, so they'll come in on the 4th. I'll meet them here and help them get set up.
This is Kevin.
If you don't mind, what is their specific subject?
Subject is science. So one will be in the middle school and one will be in the high school with both Michaelas.
And they're gonna be here for,
This semester.
just for the semester?
Yes.
So both of them they're both named Michaela, or?
No, our staff members, our teachers that they'll be placed with, and kind of supervised within their student teaching program. So they'll observe our teachers teaching, and then they'll have to teach some lessons as well with our teacher observing them and providing input and cues and so forth.
That's fantastic.
And so our upcoming events is Friday, December 19th of this week. We have Signing Santa coming from 9 o'clock until 11:30. And that is always a wonderful event. If any of you would like to join us, please do so. We've invited the students and the families. It's a wonderful community event. Just everyone to come together and celebrate the holiday season. And
Mike Chapman? Is that?
yes. And then in January, on January 28th, we will start our next round of our ASL community classes from 6 to 7. And those are again open free to the public for anyone that would like to attend. And the feedback from the community continues to be very positive. It is challenging for Rich because we have about half of the group that comes back and they've attended a lot of the sessions, and then half of the group will be brand new. And so, he can't start like from square one with everyone, and each time he has to like look at what skills he's taught and then kind of go off from there and teach new material, but yet review some of the old stuff as well so he can bring the new people up. So, but he's doing a great job with that and making it interesting each time. So for the repeat people, he's doing a great job. And then the new people coming in feel like they're welcomed and they're learning as well. So he's been able to bring it all together.
And how many people roughly? Or?
We've had anywhere from 40 to 75
Oh, wow.
for each one of those sessions that we've done. So we'll do it for about a month, 4 weeks in a row. And each time, I think initially we had the bigger numbers, and then this last time we had 45, but it was the first fall we've done it in. So we'll see if, the new year will bring some of those people back.
I'm curious, how does one teacher handle 40, 50 people?
It's done in the Hornet's Nest. He also has Melissa Chapman that's helping. Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa White. She got married. I keep trying to use her old name. But she helps out as well.
Okay.
So they kind of bounce off of each other. And
This is Kevin. If you don't mind, what is the dynamics of the people who are attending? Who are they?
it can be anyone from a parent of someone who is deaf. It can be we've had a couple people from the police department in Wilson. We've had someone from the fire department in Wilson. We've had folks coming all the way from Jacksonville, Rocky Mount. They travel a good distance, some of them, to come and participate. And some of them may have like a family member or a friend who may be deaf, or it's just something that they've always wanted to do. So it pretty much runs the gamut.
Great.
So the focus of this class is for people outside in the community, not on campus per se. So do we have other classes offered for the people who are only on campus?
Yes, as I mentioned before, our teachers all attend at least 2 to 3 times a week sessions during their work day. So they're getting paid while they take their ASL class, but they're required to do it 2 to 3 times a week. And then for HR updates, We are in the process of setting up some interviews that we have a few already scheduled for next week for our receptionist. Thought we had a receptionist, brought her in front of the board, but unfortunately she backed out of the position and decided to stay where she was. And then we will be interviewing for a first grade teacher. So we have a couple good candidates already for that position. We just posted it yesterday. So, and we are also looking to post and fill our business services coordinator position to help out Susan in the business office, our HR consultant 2 position, in HR to help out Simone. We had a temp person up until yesterday helping Simone out, so we definitely need to fill that position as well. And we will also have a TA position for the probably for the elementary program. And then we'll also be posting our internal auditor and a CPC. We would like to bring the CPC in-house. The budget for UTR is quite extensive. They've done a great job for us, but it does take anywhere, what we've been told, 12 months to 18 months to fill that position. So we want to get that posted and start working on that and hopefully be able to make a smooth transition. We'd also like to, if the state would when they pass the budget, we're hoping that we can keep our 21 positions because as you see, we are growing and we need some additional positions to be able to serve our students. Our class sizes have to be 5 to 7 students in order to deliver those services and meet their educational needs for, just the pace that they learn as well as their deafness or hard of hearing. So we're hoping that we get those positions, and we'd also like to start our preschool program, and our preschool teaching position is tied up in those 21 positions, as well as we wanted to reallocate one of those positions and have a school resource officer and a security guard for second shift and third shift to secure the campus whenever there's just a small number of people on the campus in the evening.
Sure.
So there's one staff tomorrow that's going to be interviewing, correct, for a teacher position? And do they know how to sign?
The one person that we've spoken to that has expressed interest does know how to sign. We just posted the position yesterday,
It's
though.
important, of course, for the children, right?
Especially at that level, yes. But we just posted the position yesterday. So we've got to look at the credentials and make sure that they meet the North Carolina licensure requirements for the state, as well as being able to sign. And
Great.
let's see. And that's all I have for the update. Any questions?
I do have a question. This is Sharon. About the heat. I heard that there were issues with the HVAC. The heat was breaking down. Did you plan to discuss that? Did you want to talk about that later? I just heard that the students were cold, and that was a concern.
Yes, so we have had, I know since I've been here, we've had issues with the heat and AC. I'm not sure why they weren't addressed in the past. The one unit that we're having trouble with, it's only 10 years old, so it shouldn't be having the issues that it's having right now. So we're looking at replacing a couple of the units. And I know McAdams, we're looking to kind of tie in that with the current construction project that's going on. I'm going to be honest, the plumbing, the heat, and the air, because our steam and the coolers are over next door. We do not control that. And so sometimes it'll be an issue next door, And when we come in, we'll realize it, well, they don't get here. We get here a lot of times at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. They don't get in until 8 o'clock. So sometimes there's the lag time between when we can actually get them involved and figure out what the issue is. So we would love to be able to separate the two campuses so that we have complete control over that and update the whole system, but it is extremely costly. We have to replace a lot of the plumbing and a lot of the heating ducts and all that. But a perfect example is, when we get underneath, we have to abate the area first before anyone can go in that area and do construction. So it is a very costly process. And with the state budget not being in effect, we do have to wait for that budget, and the R&R money isn't the amount that we were hoping. We usually get about $1.2 million for capital improvement projects. However, with the budget situation, we were only able to get 600,000 R&R monies to be able to use. So it is, kind of a choice factor in trying to figure out what's the greatest need at this given moment. But we are working on the heating and the AC whenever that time comes as well. But it is a very old system.
This is Kevin. So this situation has been going on for years and years and years and years, especially related to the school. So you had explained it very clearly that when the school starts at 6, they start at 8. Is there any way that we can have access to their system so we have someone on staff maybe that is authorized that makes logical sense to me?
We have not been able to do that. I know our maintenance department has established a relationship with them that was not there a year ago. And so we have, like everyone else, really trying to build those relationships and working on that.
Essentially, we recognize there's an issue.
Yes.
The question is, how do we go about bringing some resolution to that?
So the a perfect example is Dawn McAdams with the construction in the gym area and all of that. We have taken that off of that system, and so it is on its own system. So it'll be self-reliant on us. And so as we're doing the jobs, we are, making arrangements for that to happen. But we have 8 buildings on campus. That's just a small portion of a building. So as we get the money and we, are working in those areas, we are trying to upgrade both the plumbing, the heating, and the electrical work. The electrical work in Woodard, perfect example. You can't run a fan and an air conditioning at the same time without blowing a fuse on the second floor. So we are, and whenever they came and did the state construction inspection, they noted that, and it's the same notes that they showed me from years ago that just haven't been updated. So we are definitely looking at that now. So the money that it will take to upgrade those is pretty expensive though. And it's going to be money that you're not going to really see being spent, but when it is spent, but we'll have better heating and air conditioning and electricity when it does happen.
Yes,
Chair.
yes, Rob.
Ken, you probably remember this, but 10 years ago, we talked about the same thing, about separating systems. And Ken and I, Gary Farmer, and a couple others, we toured Longleaf all the way down to the system that comes this way. And we came to the same conclusion that as we restore a building, a facility, or try to make it independent. And we knew that was going to be a long-term deal. But we could, and we knew the director there then, we had great conversations, but there just wasn't any other way that we could figure out how to do it.
At least we have a plan that we're working forward, but it also takes state funding.
Yeah.
They have to come together.
Or donations.
Or donation.
Remember EMCSD in your will.
Well, that's a good one. Truly speaking.
For the public, you know. Hey, I've worked in private schools too. That's all I have.
Just, I'm gonna go back to the number of students we're gonna have, 44. What's the
45.
45, I'm sorry. What's the breakdown in elementary, middle, high school?
So we are getting, one middle schooler, he'll be in 8th grade. And the other ones one's in 3rd grade. I'm sorry, she's in 4th grade. She left us in 3rd grade, but she's coming back to us. And then we have 3 first graders that are coming in. And that's one of the reasons we need a first grade teacher, because we already have another first grader.
So what's the total number of middle?
Oh.
High school.
High school, I believe we are at, I want to say a dozen.
High school, we have 22 high schoolers.
Yeah, that's with the
Okay.
extend.
Yes, yeah.
And middle school, roughly.
Middle school, we have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and so this one will make 10.
yes.
Okay, so 10 in elementary. Is it 3?
3 plus 1.
No, 4.
So that'll bring us to 13 elementary.
13? Oh, good. Thank you. Just kind of clarifies to me what the deal looks like. And we have spacing appropriate for all of these students.
Yes, we are, we had our speech pathologist in a classroom, but we had an office down the hall from her. So we're moving her to the office and making the classroom a classroom again. So they were moving furniture yesterday, getting that prepared.
Question.
Kevin?
So if you could help me to catch up on today, the academic system. So I'm, of course, I'm old school, but in elementary school, so we have the high school, and then is it all in one building? All the education is happening in one building, or it's happening in 2 separate buildings?
And no, we have, we're using Vestal for our elementaries on the 1st floor, and on the 2nd floor is middle school. And then our high school is in McAdams on the wing between the stairwell and the gym. And then upstairs, we have our regular high school classes.
Great.
Thank you.
Are all the classrooms in use?
No, they're not. We have a wing in Vestal, where we actually have our ASL classes for our teachers. And that is the preschool wing. And so we've had our maintenance department go ahead and prep those rooms. So they're painted, they've replaced the toilets and the sinks in the bathrooms. And it's ready to go as soon as we can find a preschool teacher and we get the okay to move forward with hiring a preschool teacher.
Great.
Anything else before we go into closed session? I just want to be sure. Any other comments from anyone? We will be going into closed session to discuss a HR personnel issue.
outside.
Go ahead. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's up to the board. I can wait to deliver an update on the issue that I talked about last month until January, if you guys want to do that based on time. No real new developments, and I know Mr. Boyd needs to
Yes, go
talk.
ahead. So, yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I need to leave now.
Yes, I got you. I understand. Thank you for staying and.
We have a
contributing.
groundbreaking on a new school in Wilson County.
Yeah.
Which is great. You know, it's Frederick Douglass School in Elm City that we demolished a year or two ago, built in 1939 as a work progress administration project, federal government project. And now we have, the county figured out a way to borrow enough money to build a new school. Thankful to the people that have worked with us in borrowing the money, and we'll be digging a hole to basically symbolize the start of the construction of that building. So that's not far away. That's up in Elm City.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very far away at all.
Well, thanks for that update on that.
Do you mind if I take a break to go to the bathroom real quick?
What,
Just
we're
share.
taking a closed session break, yes. Yes. We need a motion to go into closed session.
So I'm saying we don't have to do closed session unless you guys definitely want to on that issue. She had,
That was the
you
only
didn't
issue?
you didn't have anything for closed session.
No.
Okay, all right, fine. So,
And there was no.
Merry Christmas to you, Rob. Merry Christmas.
so being that we don't,
So there is no closed session.
there's no closed session, we are able to adjourn.
Quickest one we've ever had.
All right. All in favor of adjournment? Or do I have a motion to adjourn?
This is Kevin. I propose we adjourn.
Okay.
I move we adjourn. And then one comment from last month, if you don't mind, it's very, very brief. So I did talk with NCSD, North Carolina School for the Deaf, about the public input. I'm not sure if you remember the comment, the public input. So I did check with NCSD. They do not have public input during their board sessions. So what they do instead is they submit a survey. So they will submit a survey to gather concerns. And then they have that survey. We have public input, but that's the only difference between the boards. I just wanted to inform you, just to get clarification from last month's meeting. Perfect. And this is Kevin. So, talking about last month's meeting, I wasn't sure, are we we're not going to do closed session today, just to clarify?
That's correct.
No closed session. Okay. So it's open. So talking about last month's open session, one of the things that people were not exactly sure how it works as far as open session versus closed session. There were some people that were kind of expecting a response at that time during open session. And then also there were some people who weren't exactly sure of the procedural aspect. So I do like the idea, if we have that type of thing that pops up, once a semester or one time in the fall, one time in the spring, for example, just to give people the opportunity to attend and to express their, issues, whatever it may be. So, and I like also the survey idea to what Sharon said that NCSD does. So a long time ago, we would put it in a box. We would put, ideas in a box kind of a thing, suggestion box. But if there's a way that we could do maybe both, could we continue with the spring public session, give the floor to people, but also at the same time have a survey that we can send out to maybe staff and students here, and then ask for any ideas on any issues or forms of improvement that we can see happen here on campus? This is Sharon, I like that.
Well, I think that's a good idea too, Kevin. Because we have to think through that. We had planned one for the fall and one for the spring. Anyway, in our thought process, thanks to Sharon for edging me on with that. And I think it's good. We've learned a lot from the last one we had, what we should do better. So.
And I actually sent an email out to staff outlining the procedures and also offering, because I explained that whenever you bring up public input or you ask a question or you have a concern, that the board does not respond at that given moment because they're not allowed to. And that your question or your concern may or may not be addressed in the next board meeting. And so that if they did have a concern that needed immediate attention, or that was really, something that they were, sincere about, to come and meet with me or the principal, and they would, get an immediate response. But having a concern and waiting an entire month to be able to give that concern or address that issue, and then maybe not even getting a response, kind of leaves people hanging. So I did offer people that opportunity to come and meet with us.
Perfect, yeah, that's very nice. And then also one of the issues, this is Kevin, that was brought up related to the salaries. I feel like our staff are underpaid. Of course, I get that. That was a concern that was brought up. Everybody gets that, right? Everybody understands that. People in education are underpaid. But so that's something that I don't know if we have control over that. I mean, that's something that happens in the Senate and the licensure areas. So
for 115Cs, who are most of your teachers and anyone hired after July 1 of 2025, they become 115C employees. So 115C employees who are teachers have the state salary that we have to go by. We do have an 8% supplement. However, that 8% supplement does not match the surrounding counties who are at 10 and 11%. And then Wake County, their percentage is closer to 20 because of their tax base. So, we're not, we're close, but we're not where we should be by no means. But that would have to come from the state, those funds. For our state employees who are 126, it is based on education and experience. There's a formula you have to put in, and that dictates like a range that they can be within. I will tell you that since the new administration has taken over, we stick to those ranges for our positions. They weren't always kept to. And so we do have some discrepancies in terms of the amount people are paying. And we're trying to work through that. But we only have a small pot of money to use for those discrepancies. And we've started doing that.
May I add one thing to that, Cheryl? For your traditional public school systems, many times that supplement is paid by the local government as well. And the school board is tied to like the county commissioners, the taxing authority. And because you guys don't have that connection with a local government agency to provide additional funding that has taxing authority, that makes it harder for you to come up with additional money on the supplement for sure.
And this is Kevin. And as we serve 54 counties, right? We serve 54 counties here. We should have something to come from those counties, some way, even if it's a small amount. So the students come first. Students come from Raleigh, and I don't know where most of the students are coming from currently, but in the past, people were flocking here from the different areas.
So the money follows the student.
The state money, yeah.
Yeah, the state money.
So you bring up good subjects, and they're subjects that require action by our state senate and legislators to provide the funding and the encouragement from the different counties that we serve to put together a support process like we do for local school systems. And I understand what you're saying. I don't know how to get there yet, but I understand what you're saying. So
And there's a lot of, things we would like to do, but our hands are really tied a lot to the budget. And so we're hopeful that the state will pass the budget soon so that we can know, how much money we have and what positions we have. And our priority has been, trying to keep our 21 positions because we are going to need those positions to serve our students the way they need to be served.
This is Sharon. So we don't lose the positions if we don't use them. If they're there for more than 1 year, do we lose those positions?
So any position right now that was in place and not filled before March of last year, if it was vacant because we didn't need it. Like for instance, our elementary school program, we have 3 teachers and each teacher has 2 grade levels right now. And so as we grow, like what we're growing right now with first graders, we're adding a first grade teacher. Well, that's our last teacher position right now. So once the budget is passed, we're hoping that we'll get those other positions because we'd have 2 more elementary teachers that we would need to have each grade level represented in the elementary school.
Thank you. Anything else? Just make a final comment that we've been together for, what, a year and a half? It seems like forever. But I just really want to give appreciations to the board members and those in the staff and the teachers who are doing the jobs that we want them to do. That's so critical to us. So, and I also appreciate you guys for being available for our board meetings and your input, particularly Sharon. She's helped me a lot. Kevin, you're an asset as well to the board, and as well as Rob and Dave Dolan and Gary Farmer as well. So it takes all of us to make the school what we want it to be. I think we have the same vision of what we want it to be like. It's going to take some time because we have a lot of work to recover from, and we're working on it, I'll tell you that. So, okay, thank you and have a good holiday.
Did you have a motion to adjourn? You did. In a second, okay.
Yeah, motion moving second. All in favor of adjournment?
I'm sorry, who was the second on that?
I think motion was.
I had, the motion to adjourn was Kevin, the second was Sharon.
Yeah. I assumed, but I didn't hear it, so.
And we thank the interpreters too, by the way. Okay.
Can we, before we finalize things and I turn this off, can we just say happy holidays to everyone and Merry Christmas?